Hello everyone, Home is back. This video is part of a series of 4 videos providing you with some tips to improve your IELTS band score in each skill. I have done one video about speaking and one video about listening. If you have not seen them, you can check out the link in the description box below. And what we're going to talk about today? Oh, it's about reading, yes. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and check out our website, weloveielts.org. We all know that vocabulary plays a huge role in reading comprehension. When we read a passage, we think that we understand the words, but are you so sure that you understand things correctly? Now tell me, what does this word mean? We have a sentence, she's running in a park. So in this case, run means to move quickly. What about this? She's running a restaurant. It means that she's managing a restaurant. So in this case, run means to manage. Another example, the river runs into the sea. It means the river flows into the sea. So in this case, run means to flow. So we can see, which is a very simple verb like run. It can have different meanings. It can mean to move quickly. It can even mean to manage, or it can also mean to flow. So, what we need to understand is that a word can have different meanings in different contexts. So my first tip is when you learn a new word, try to understand its multiple meanings so that when you read a passage, you are more likely to pick up the right meaning and understand the passage much better. So, besides knowing the word meaning, another very important technique that we need to know is guessing the meaning from the context. What do I mean by that? Well, when you read a passage, you don't necessarily know all the meaning of every single word that you come across. Why? First, it's very difficult to know all of them. And two, you don't have to. What we need to do is trying to guess the meaning of the word we don't know from the information surrounding it. Let's look at an example. This is from an Authentic Practice Textbook 9, Test 2. Hearing impairment or other auditory function deficit in young children can have a major impact on their development of speech and communication, resulting in a detrimental effect on their ability to learn at school. So you may not know the word impairment or auditory function deficit, but as you read, you understand that it's something resulting in a detrimental effect. So we can safely guess that these words refer to bad hearing conditions or disease in children. See, we can guess the meaning from the context. What is our tip number 2, everyone? Do you remember? Yes, it's about trying to guess the unknown meaning of the word from the surrounding information and context. In another video on IELTS reading test, one of my colleagues, Greg, he talked about the 2 reading techniques called skimming and scanning, which help to speed up your reading. So what do skimming and scanning mean? Why, skimming is reading to find main ideas, but scanning is reading to find details, looking for keywords. Wait a minute, what does it mean to look for keywords? Keywords are the words that you highlighted from the question. So there are two steps. The first one is to highlight keywords from the questions, and step number 2 is looking for those keywords in the passage so you can find the answers. Oh, the exact keywords? No, it's not that easy. It's the paraphrasing. What? Paraphrasing. Paraphrasing means to speak or to write the same information in different words or expressions. For example, instead of saying, parents firstly teach their children to say hello and farewell to other people, we can also paraphrase. Being taught to greet other people is the first lesson that adults give to their offspring. Or we can also say, kids are asked by their parents to exchange greetings with other people. So, you can see 3 sentences, 3 different ways to express the same thing. That's called paraphrasing. And that is something that we see very often in reading IELTS. So that's why you should train yourself to recognize paraphrasing so you can scan information better. So what have you got so far? Tip number 1, understand multiple meanings of vocabulary. Tip number 2, guess the meaning by context. And tip number 3, identify paraphrasing. Now it's time to practice. This is an extract from a reading passage in the IELTS 15 Authentic Practice Tests. Test 1. The topic is driverless cars. You can pause the video for 3 minutes trying to answer questions 23 and 24. Now let's do it together. First, we should underline some keywords from the questions. What we need to do is to find the 2 benefits of the automated vehicle. Now, let's look at the passage. We can use tip number 1, trying to understand the passage as much as we can. But in case that there are words that you don't know, you can use tip number 2. For example, the word productive. Maybe you don't understand what productive means. Let's look around. To socialize or simply to relax. So it means that to be productive is that you can do something else while you're driving. The whole phrase, to be productive, to socialize, or simply to relax, is the paraphrase of spend journeys doing something other than driving. In other words, the answer C is one of the correct answer. Let's move on. We can also find other paraphrases like those who are challenged by existing mobility models is the same as people who find driving physically difficult, or enjoy significantly greater travel autonomy is the same as travel independently. So the last sentence is the paraphrase of the answer D. So by using the tip number 2 and tip number 3 as well, we can identify the 2 correct answers, C and D. Again, here is our quick recap, the 3 tips to improve your reading band score. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you real soon. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you, and bye for now.